Please take your seats quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Hi guys, and welcome to 1 Minute Tennis Coach. Today I want to talk to you about the arm action of the serve. Now, the arm action of the serve is by far the most important aspect of creating a powerful and consistent serve. But it can be a mystery to many players, even players of a very high level. If you look on the women's tour, then former French Open champion Jelena Ostapenko, her ground strokes are ferociously powerful. But the serve, she works so hard, and yet the return she gets is almost feeble. Now, it's not that she's not powerful, because her forehand and backhand are almost scary, but she doesn't have the feeling of the correct movement of the arm within the serve. In biomechanics, the service and the modern forehand are called truncated or segmented strokes, as each part of the arm, the racket, the hand, the forearm, the upper arm, are moving in different directions, creating angular momentum and tremendous power. So one way of trying to learn this would be to try and look at the individual role of each segment of the arm. But whilst we can intellectually understand that, in the fraction of a second between putting the ball in the air and making the stroke, that's not going to help us to develop a powerful, fluid serve. We have to learn it by feel. It's very important when teaching or learning complex movements such as the serve that we remember that the language of the body is feeling. The language of the mind is words. So if I tell myself or remind myself to watch the ball or keep my head down, that's not helping a lot, because that's the mind talking to the mind. The language of the body is feeling. So if we're going to acquire these different movements, all happening in a fraction of a second, in a sequentially correct order, then we're going to have to do it by feeling. We're not going to do it consciously. I think for Ostapenko that's the problem, because her coaches are trying to explain to her what the problem is and what she should do. And here's a great way of getting this motion. As we go into the stroke, then we go into the scratch your back position, we drive the racket through, and then we pronate and hit the ball. But pronation as a concept is something that's very easy to explain, but very hard for many players to learn or apply. We turn their hand to the thumb, but are we turning from the hand or are we turning from the shoulder? And more importantly, when does the racket take over the swing? Because what we want to achieve is a swing where the racket accelerates past the arm, not where the racket, hand and arm move as a unit together. I've got a great trick. I suggest that you go to something like this low tennis fence that's beside me, or if you're slightly taller than me, maybe to the gate by the tennis court, and we stand pretty close to the gate. I'm going to make sure that my hand at contact would be just short of the fence. It's not actually going to hit it or go over the top, because that's going to be painful. I now go through the stroke as relaxed as I can, and I stop here. And I can feel the racket projecting forwards as it hits the fence. Into this stroke here, and the racket projects forwards. If the racket is not projected forwards, and so looks like this and feels like this, then the movement is wrong and the racket has not taken over the swing. The momentum is insufficient. So then repeat it until you feel the racket forcing forwards and the fence actually stopping the racket. Then turn away from the fence, go through the stroke and repeat the motion, feeling the racket accelerating past the hand. When the racket accelerates past the hand, you will have achieved pronation. It may be partial, it may be complete, but you will have achieved pronation. Also, the stroke will have become segmented, with the different parts of the arm moving in different directions. See non-segmented, which is this feel, and segmented, which is this feel. I suggest you do this several times against the fence, and then the practice swing with the same feeling, and then you hit the ball. This is a great way of acquiring the feel of the stroke, and remember, the language of the body is feeling. Try this, let us know in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you how it works for you or your players. And if you have other roadblocks or problems on the serve or any other part of your game, then either leave messages in the comment section below or contact us on our website. The address is in the description here, and we'll try to help a little bit more. Remember, we do one-to-one lessons and video analysis. It's a very unusual service, quite unique, and it really works. Hope you enjoyed today's session, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It makes a huge difference to us as we try to make a complicated game as simple as possible. Thanks for watching, and see you next time for more unique tennis lessons that really work.